What if I told you that the reason your grocery bill feels painful, your rent feels impossible, and even a simple night out feels like a luxury, isn't just because prices went up? What if the real story is much bigger than inflation? Most people think everything became expensive overnight, but behind the scenes, a combination of hidden economic forces, corporate strategies, government policies, and human psychology has quietly changed the way money works. And the most surprising part? Many of these changes were set in motion years ago. Today, we're uncovering why everything feels so expensive, where your money is really going, and why millions of Americans feel richer on paper but poorer in real life. If you enjoy business, money, and hidden wealth stories, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because the truth is, some of the biggest opportunities are hidden where nobody is looking. A few decades ago, the average American family could often survive comfortably on a single income. A modest house, a family car, annual vacations, and a growing savings account weren't unusual goals. Today, many households have two incomes and still feel financially stretched. So what changed? At first glance, the answer seems simple. Prices increased, but that's only part of the story. Because the question isn't whether prices went up. The real question is why they went up faster than many people's ability to keep up. And once you start digging, you discover a chain reaction that stretches across the entire economy. Let's start with something that affects almost everyone: housing. In many American cities, housing prices have risen dramatically over the past several decades. In some areas, home values have multiplied several times faster than wages. Rent followed the same trend. But housing didn't become expensive because homes suddenly became better. The hidden reason lies in supply and demand. For years, population growth continued while housing construction often failed to keep pace. Regulations, zoning restrictions, labor shortages, and rising material costs made new construction slower and more expensive. Then something unexpected happened. When interest rates fell to historically low levels, borrowing became incredibly cheap. Millions of people suddenly had access to larger mortgages. Investors poured money into real estate. Demand exploded, home prices surged, and when home prices rise, everything connected to housing rises too. Rent, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, even local services. Suddenly, the place where people sleep became one of the biggest financial burdens in modern life. But housing is only the beginning. Now, let's talk about food. Walk through a grocery store today and almost everyone notices the same thing. The cart gets fuller slower, the receipt gets longer faster. But food prices aren't determined by a single farmer or grocery chain. Behind every loaf of bread sits an entire global supply chain. Farmers buy fertilizer. Fertilizer producers buy energy. Trucking companies buy fuel. Warehouses pay labor costs. Retailers pay rent. When one cost rises, it spreads throughout the system like dominoes falling. Then add global disruptions, weather events, transportation bottlenecks, labor shortages, geopolitical conflicts. Every link in the chain adds pressure, and eventually, consumers feel the impact at checkout. But here's where things become even more interesting, because sometimes prices rise even when costs don't rise proportionally. This is where psychology enters the story. Many companies discovered something powerful. When consumers expect inflation, they become less sensitive to price increases. Businesses know this. Some companies raise prices because costs increased. Others raise prices because they can. And when consumers blame inflation instead of the company, resistance becomes weaker. This phenomenon sparked intense debate among economists and business analysts. Because determining exactly how much is cost-driven versus profit-driven isn't always easy. But one thing is clear. Periods of economic uncertainty often create opportunities for companies with pricing power. Which brings us to another hidden force making life feel expensive: the shrinking value of money itself. Most people think of money as stable. A dollar feels like a dollar, but purchasing power constantly changes. Imagine earning $50,000 per year 20 years ago. Now imagine earning that same amount today. The number hasn't changed, but what that money can buy has changed dramatically. Inflation slowly reduces purchasing power over time. And although moderate inflation is considered normal in modern economies, years of accumulated inflation create a powerful effect. The result? Even when salaries rise, many people feel stuck because they're running faster just to stay in the same place. And sometimes they're not even keeping up. Now here's where the story takes another surprising turn. Technology was supposed to make life cheaper. And in many ways it did. Televisions became more affordable. Computers became more powerful. Smartphones replaced dozens of separate devices. But technology also created entirely new spending categories. Think about it. Streaming subscriptions, cloud storage, premium apps, internet services, digital memberships, software subscriptions. A generation ago, many of these expenses didn't exist. Today, they quietly consume hundreds or thousands of dollars each year. Individually, each payment seems small. Together, they become significant. This is one reason many people feel financially squeezed despite earning more than previous generations. Their expenses expanded alongside their income, and businesses know exactly how to encourage this behavior. The subscription economy became one of the most profitable business models ever created. Why? Because recurring revenue is predictable. A customer who pays every month is often more valuable than one who makes a single purchase. So companies design products around ongoing payments. The monthly fee feels manageable, but over years the total cost becomes enormous, and because the payments happen automatically, many consumers barely notice. Now let's discuss something even bigger: government spending and monetary policy. This topic often becomes controversial, but understanding it is essential. When economies face crises, governments and central banks frequently step in to stimulate activity. They lower interest rates, increase spending, support businesses, support consumers. The goal is stability. And sometimes these actions prevent much larger economic disasters, but there can also be consequences. When more money enters the system while goods and services remain limited, prices often rise. Too much money chasing too few goods. It's one of the oldest economic principles in history. The challenge is balancing growth with stability, and getting that balance right is incredibly difficult. Now let's talk about wages. Because many people ask a simple question: if productivity increased and technology improved, why don't I feel wealthier? The answer lies in a complicated relationship between wages, productivity, globalization, automation, and asset ownership. For decades, companies became more efficient. Global supply chains reduced costs. Technology increased output. Corporate profits often expanded. But wage growth didn't always keep pace with the rising cost of key assets, like housing and education. As a result, many people saw income increases, while simultaneously facing even larger expense increases. And that's where the feeling of financial pressure comes from. Not necessarily because people earn less, but because essential costs consume a larger share of income. Then comes education, healthcare, childcare. These sectors experienced some of the fastest cost growth in modern history, and unlike luxury purchases, they're often unavoidable. People can delay buying a new television. They can't easily delay medical treatment. They can't easily stop paying for childcare. And that's what makes these costs feel particularly painful. But perhaps the most overlooked reason everything feels expensive is comparison. Human beings don't evaluate wealth in isolation. We compare ourselves constantly. Social media amplified this tendency. Every day, people see luxury vacations, luxury homes, luxury cars, success stories, perfect lifestyles. The result is psychological inflation. Even when living standards improve, expectations rise faster. People don't just want more. They become surrounded by examples of more, and suddenly, normal feels inadequate. This creates a powerful emotional effect, because feeling poor and being poor are not always the same thing. Perception matters, and modern life constantly reshapes perception. Now for the biggest secret of all: how does the system really make money? The answer isn't simply selling products. The modern economy increasingly profits from access, attention, financing, and recurring payments. Businesses earn money when people borrow, when people subscribe, when people finance purchases, when people remain engaged, when people upgrade, again and again and again. The goal is no longer just one transaction. The goal is a lifetime customer, and the more expensive life becomes, the more valuable financing becomes. Mortgages, car loans, credit cards, student loans, buy now, pay later services. Entire industries generate billions from helping consumers afford rising costs. In many cases, the cost itself becomes the business opportunity. That's why expensive things often create profitable industries around them. So what can we learn from all this? First, understanding the system is a competitive advantage. Most people see higher prices and stop there. The people who understand why prices rise make better financial decisions. Second, asset ownership matters. Historically, assets like businesses, stocks, and real estate often rise alongside inflation. Those who own assets frequently benefit from economic growth. Those who only rely on wages often struggle to keep pace. Third, paying attention to recurring expenses can have a bigger impact than chasing small savings, because many of today's largest financial leaks happen automatically. And finally, the future will likely continue this trend. Artificial intelligence, automation, demographic changes, government debt, housing shortages, and global economic shifts will all influence prices in the years ahead. Some things may become cheaper, others may become dramatically more expensive. But one thing is certain, the people who understand how money flows through the economy will always be better positioned than those who simply react to rising prices. Because in the end, everything feels expensive for a reason. Not because one person decided it, not because one company caused it, but because countless economic forces, incentives, and decisions combine to reshape the world around us. And the moment you understand those forces, you stop seeing prices as random numbers. You start seeing the hidden system behind them. Good luck. Until next time.